What's up, YouTube? Jeffrey Waz of the Waz team coming to you today from another new listing. Just kidding. Look around. Today, we're on vacation. We're in Hyannis, Cape Cod, one of my favorite places on earth. I've been taking the kids here since they were about this big. If you've never been here before, trust me, get here. You're missing out, okay? Want to spend a minute or two on real estate. There's a report that's out I want to talk about. Also want to share some questions we're getting from our clients. But before that, got to spend 2 seconds on perspective, okay? So we live life all our lives, right? Everything's a deadline, right? The daily grind. You know, you have deadlines for work, you got deadlines with the kids, you got deadlines with the family, everything's a deadline, right? So for me, with work, it's, you know, get a listing, open houses, broker open houses, appraisals, inspections, everything, right? Dealing with attorneys, attorney review, closing dates, everything's a deadline, right? With the kids, it's worse. So I got 2 kids who do travel sports, okay? Baseball, soccer, right? So you have 4 or 5 nights a week, you got practice, again, deadlines, 6 o'clock practice, be there 5:15, 45 minutes early, everything's a deadline. Then the bonus, as a parent, and the parents of travel kids who do these sports know what I'm talking about, weekends, you get tournaments. Almost year round. You got to drive 2.5 hours to South Jersey. You go to some cornfield in the middle there where you're surrounded by nothing but cows for 10 miles. Everything's a deadline, right? But check it out. You come here, look what you got. Look what's around you. You're surrounded here by seagulls, boats, families having fun, throwing a baseball together. I mean, you watch dolphins dive on each other in the water. It's great. It puts everything into perspective. Family is always most important. Remember those words, okay? My biggest decision tonight that I'll probably make is where I'm taking the kids and their friends out to dinner, right?
Wait, Mr. Waz, I thought you were taking that pretty woman from the beach on a date.
Whoa. Hold on. I think you misunderstood. That woman was lost. I was giving her directions, okay? She couldn't find her way home.
Wait, why did she say she'll meet you tonight at 8 then?
Okay. Again, I think you misunderstood, okay? She didn't say she'll meet me tonight at 8. What she said was, the Waz team's YouTube page is great, all right? Now, no more questions, please, okay? Let's spend a minute or two on real estate, okay? For 2 reasons. 1, I love it. And number 2, because it's exciting. There's a lot of good stuff going on right now, okay? So many of you probably saw last month, Zillow had a report on home values in the US, right? And basically, in the report, what you saw overall, cutting to the chase, is US homes, on average, across the US, appreciated 10 to 13%. Okay, so let's just put that into context for a minute. Okay, so if you owned last year $1 million home, okay, over the last year, on average, that home has appreciated anywhere from $100,000 to $125,000. Okay, not bad, not a bad rate of return, right? So since that report has come out, we've gotten questions at the Waz team on a daily basis, I would say, from buyers and sellers alike, but more buyers, okay? And we get this every day. Well, Jeff, you know, is it too late to buy, right? Did I miss the run, okay? Am I gonna get burned? Are we gonna have another crash, you know, like we had in real estate in 08, 09, right? Are we heading that way, okay? My answer every single time is the same, okay? Study the data, research things, and analyze the data, okay? For example, at the Waz team, and many people across the country do this, okay? But we're very good with analyzing this stuff, okay? If you go back and you look over the last 40 years, okay? So you're going back to 1980, okay? And you study the appreciation, the annual appreciation of home values, okay, in the U.S., okay? You'll see, depending on which report you look at, you'll see homes on average have appreciated anywhere between 4 and 7% per year. Okay, by comparison, okay, the enemy, inflation, has appreciated or gone up, I should say, 2 to 3% per year. Okay, so break that down to its most basic element. Okay, the average annual return on real estate has more than doubled the pace of inflation on average over the last 40 years. Okay, so think about that for a second. Okay, and it's really, think about what's happened in the last 40 years. Okay, think about the issues in the country. Think about the crises. Okay, in the country. Okay, going back to the 80s, early 80s, you had a presidential assassination attempt with Reagan. Okay, you had in the late 80s that Black Monday, that little stock market crash where the Dow Jones dropped 22% in one day, crushed many people. Okay, then you get to the 90s, you had the Iraq War. Okay, you had high inflationary periods in the early 90s. Okay, you get to 2000s, everyone will remember the tech bubble. Okay, 2000, NASDAQ dropped 76% from high to low in 2000. Okay, that was followed up by 9/11. Okay, the greatest terrorist attack on U.S. soil in our history. Okay, fast forward, right after that, after 9/11, it's followed by the Afghanistan war, the war on terrorism, which has gone on for years. Okay, then 18 months ago, this little thing called COVID. Okay, which obviously we're being sarcastic about. Okay, a mass pandemic that has killed 600,000 Americans. Okay, so during all these crises, okay, take them all into account. Okay, you still have, over the last 40 years, you have an average annual return of 4 to 7% on your home. Okay, there's a reason, people, they call home ownership still today the American dream. Okay, most families in the country, their net worth, the bulk of it, and the money that they accumulate over their lifetime is made through home ownership. You don't want to be a renter your whole life, you want to be an owner. That's how you make money in our country. Okay, so my answer is, after looking at all the data, is, well, you know, where are real estate prices, you know, for the speculators out there, for the flippers out there, for people who are, you know, short-term players, right? My answer is 6 months from now, 12 months from now, there's not a person on earth who can tell you where the price of real estate will be, up or down, how much. We can make educated guesses based on the data, but there's not a person on earth who knows that. Okay? My strong belief is, in the long term, and this is backed again by the data, in the long term, the chart for home appreciation is always up. Okay? So think about that. Think about that. You want a perfect example? Call your mom tonight. Call your father tonight. I'm in my mid-40s, right? If you're about my age, call your parents tonight if they're still around, God willing. Okay? Ask them 50, 60 years ago how much they spent on their first house. Okay? The answer you'll get is $50,000, $75,000, some crazy number like that. Okay? Put that into perspective, folks. Today, that's what it costs to redo a kitchen. That's a kitchen renovation, 50 grand. Okay? That was a home 50 years ago. So think about that. Okay? I guess in closing, couple exciting things going on with the Woz team. We've got several new listings hitting the market in August. At least 2 of them we're shooting a video next week. Next week we're shooting our listing video for one home in Wyckoff. We've got another one hitting the market end of the month. There's a lot still going on. The market is still strong. People are still buying aggressively, okay? If you'd like to sit down, if you have any questions, if you want to talk about it, give me a call. Jeffrey Woz, the Woz team, Terry O'Connor Realtors, Wyckoff office. I'll come over, we'll have a cup of coffee, talk about it. If you want to buy, call me. We can help. This is what we do, okay? On YouTube, the Woz team, Jeffrey Woz. Check us out on Facebook. Check us out on Instagram. We are everywhere. I hope you found this little infomercial to be of help, and I'll see you guys when we get back home. Take care.